Welcome. Today's video is dedicated to a crucial aspect of stock ownership: understanding and navigating the process of removing restrictions on your stock so that you can make quicker deposits into a brokerage account for trading. The Securities and Exchange Commission mandates that securities either be registered or qualify for an exemption from registration before they are sold in the open market. Unregistered shares cannot be sold again unless they fall under a safe harbor or registration exception. By exempting offerings from registration, the SEC aims to promote capital formation by reducing the expense of making securities available to the public. The types of restrictions include Rule 144 restriction. If your stock is not registered with the SEC, it is subject to a standard Rule 144 restriction. These restrictions are placed through private offerings, founder share issuances, venture capital transactions, consulting share issuances, etc. Control legends. Most exemptions impose more stringent conditions on a shareholder who qualifies as an insider, control person, or affiliate of an issuer before they permit them to sell their shares on the open market. These restrictions are typically referred to as control legends and can only be lifted through a securities attorney's legal opinion, which allows shares to be sold in compliance with volume limitation requirements in the stock market. Regulation S restrictions. Regulation S provides a safe harbor for US corporations looking to sell their stock to international investors. It stipulates that no attempts may be made to directly sell the securities on the US stock market. Instead, they must be sold through an international transaction. Remarkably, even after being resold, shares offered for sale abroad under Regulation S remain restricted securities in the United States. Regulation CF legends. Securities purchased in a Regulation CF offering cannot be resold for a period of 1 year, unless the securities are transferred to the company that issued the securities, to an accredited investor, as part of an IPO, or to a family member, among other limited exemptions. Lock-up and leak-out agreements. A lock-up agreement is a legally enforceable contract made between an organization and its shareholders that forbids shareholders from selling any stock for a predetermined amount of time. Such agreements can be placed for a number of reasons, including even in IPOs. A leak-out period is a contractual provision often found in securities offering agreements that restricts shareholders, especially large or institutional ones, from immediately selling their shares for a certain period. The purpose of a leak-out agreement is to prevent sudden massive sell-offs that could potentially plummet the share price. Instead, it ensures shares are gradually released or leaked out into the market, helping to maintain price stability. The duration of leak-out periods can vary, usually ranging from a few months to a few years, based on the agreed-upon terms. Now that we've covered the most important restricted legends, let's go into more detail about Rule 144, its history, and its ramifications. On December 17, 2007, the Securities and Exchange Commission made revisions to Rule 144. These changes included a reduction in the holding periods for fully reporting issuers of non-shell entities as follows. The first change was to a 6-month holding period for shareholders who have beneficially owned shares in a fully reporting non-shell corporation for that time. The second major change was the 12-month holding period for non-affiliates who have owned stock in a fully reporting or alternative reporting non-shell company for more than a year. Each transfer agent has similar but different requirements for removing a restriction under Rule 144. Some of these documents might include the original certificate, seller's rep letter, legal opinion, etc. Finding a transfer agent that can efficiently manage your stockholders' transfers is imperative for maintaining a satisfied shareholder base. At Colonial Stock Transfer, we can help you remove restrictions on your stock while meeting SEC and legal requirements, so you can transfer your shares to a broker quickly without any issues. If you are a company or issuer looking to issue stock to investors while meeting SEC regulations, please visit colonialstock.com, and we can help you get started through our stock transfer agent and cap table management services.